Hey, Stronger Together team, and welcome to Saturday. We've made it through another week. It's been an amazing week, and I'm so glad it's weekend. Even though for some of us, I think every day is feeling like a weekend at the moment. As you would have seen Chris speaking about a little bit of routine earlier this week in a video, maybe Saturday is a day you can break that routine a little bit and have a little bit of fun. If you have been sticking to a strict diet, maybe have a little snacky here or a snacky there, enjoy some time with the kids, have an ice lolly, or do something for you that you might not have done in the week. There was an article that went around earlier this week through the 5 stages of grieving that went around, and something that really resonated with me and Chris as well was getting to acceptance as fast as possible. You know, once we've all accepted that we're all going through the same thing together and we have this shared amount of love for each other, you can then start to make the change in yourself. And maybe this Saturday is the day that you do that. You sit at home, you reflect, you reset, and we look at this experience together as a blessing, something that we're going through together and that we're going to come through together as well. One thing that we were talking about a little bit earlier in the week between Chris and myself is you guys being able to reach out to us. You know, we're obviously here for you when it comes to your training, and that's why we've put this whole system together. But if you ever need any other support in any other way, we know that's kind of what we thrive on. And not having you in our daily space day to day can even take a toll on us. You know, we want to be connecting with you, and we want to be in your lives. So if there's anything that you really need help with, reach out. You know, we always want to get in touch with you guys. But now back to the serious business of getting the sweat on. Today's Saturday workout, Chris is going to pop into screen over here. We're going to play around with some odd objects again. His shuffle's looking more and more like mine. We're going to play around with some odd objects today, namely a little bit of a broomstick and maybe some odd object carrying as well. So I'm going to get to that in a little bit, but let's get you warm and then we'll bring you down and get you through that warm-up or workout area as well. So we're going to start with some really slow air squats. So Chris is going to go all the way down. We'll give him a 3 count down. 3, 2, 1. Shimmy, shimmy at the bottom. 3, 2, 1 up. And try to keep that tempo, you know, really focusing on activating all the muscles and just basically waking them up in a slow, steady way. Now we're going to move into a dynamic pigeon pose. We're going to start in a down dog position. So bum in the air, you're going to make a little triangle out of yourself. Then what Chris is going to do is going to slide 1 foot through into the pigeon, press down into it, feel the stretch through the glutes and the hammies. Then he's going to come straight back out of it, go back into the down dog position, and switch legs again. And again, moving through these slowly, focusing on your breath and warming up. It's in the name, warming up. We're going to go spread the legs nice and wide now. You're really going to feel some tightness in the hips with this one. You're going to do 10 sumo squats. Also, not picking up the pace yet. And just, you can see by Chris's face, these are a bit nasty. We go down again. There we go. 10 of those bad boys. Moving against the wall, we're going to do a wall squat. Now, I like to refer to these wall squats as squat therapy. They really get you going. You're going to have the feet as close as you can to the wall. Then you're going to go through a full squat, hands up, just not touching it, and slide down, pushing the knees out, keeping the chest up. Beautiful, and all the way up again. If you find you can't go all the way down, which Chris did, which is fine, but we'll just demo it anyway, just step a little bit further away from the wall, and then go down again, pushing the knees out and trying to maintain that position. If you want to go closer, you can go closer as well. Not going to happen yet though. We're going to do 1 to 2 rounds of that. So if you do 1 round, you're feeling good and warm, you can move to the next section. If you feel you need another round, which most of you will, get after that another round. The warm-ups are just as important as the workouts themselves. So before we cleans, we're going to do some cleans to start. Before we get into the dry run, which I'll run you through in a second, let's go through the workout itself. So Saturday's WOD, we've got 24 sit-ups. We'll demo in a sec. We've got a 100-meter carry of an odd object. Start thinking about what odd objects you want to use. You can use a child, you can use your wife, you can use your husband. Your business partner. Grab a backpack, like we said before, carry it in a bear hug style. So have a think around that. And then we're going to work on some overhead squats. So let's start at the top with the sit-ups. Basic movements, it's easiest for us to coach quickly, so we'll get it done. I think today what we'll do is we're going to play around with a sit-up. We're going to go straight legs. So Chris is going to go from a straight leg position, touch the hands behind the head, sit up, and reach out for his toes as far as he can get, and then back. 1, 2, Okay, and you'll move through that effectively. If you're getting stuck on the sit-ups, just have someone stand on your feet or hook them around something so you can pull yourself over. The carries. So we'll demo a partner carry quickly. This week we call it's called the wife carry.
The speaker.
Okay, speaker will be fine. Let me go under Chris over here. We go up. He's going to hold on nice and tight, and he's ready to go. Down we go. The next one, we can do a piggyback, but we'll actually turn Chris into a bit of a backpack. So as he goes over, he's going to reach his hands down, grab my hands. Oopsie. There we go. Now Chris is a backpack, super secure, and I can run with him. Alternatively, like we said, just grabbing an object in the front, make it nice and heavy, but something that you can work through the 100 meters within the given time frame, which I'm going to talk about in a second. Your overhead squats. Nice thing to use in the house is a broom. We're going to go overhead, press it up, and squat. Some of you will be lucky enough to have rented a bar from us, or if you have a bar at home, you can load that up as well. But again, when I give you the time frame that you're going to have to work this on, that's going to determine how heavy you're going with this weight. Alternatively, we can use a one-arm squat, so that can be with a dumbbell. Choose a weight that's appropriate for you, nice, up and down all the way. Making sure that the hip crease passes the knees. If you can't go all the way down, scale down to the broomstick. Look at yourself in a mirror, because you've got one of those at home, I'm sure, and make sure you're going through the full range of motion every time. Now, the crux of the workout, the explanation of how it actually works. What we've got is 5 rounds of these movements, 24 sit-ups, 100-meter carry, and 14 overhead squats. You have to complete a full round in 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes, you will begin a new round. So the idea is to take your intensity as high as possible and give yourself a little bit of a gap, maybe 1 minute to 30 seconds, to be able to rest a little bit and then move into the next section of the workout. If it's too heavy, you're not going to make the time cap. If it's too light, you're going to go too soon. Or if you choose not to listen, you're just going to go through and you might as well do a 15-minute non-stop piece. We want you going up and down, you want to get that rest, and you want to take the intensity through the roof. So push as hard as you can. Every 3 minutes you start another round. If the carry is not an option for you, so this will be a scaling option. If the carry is not an option for you, we're going to do 20 walking lunges in place of the 100-meter carry. Okay. Those can be weighted as well if you like. So great workout. We've got a dry run that's written in the comments. You can go through the dry run yourself. They're the same movements that we've gone through at the moment. Go through the dry run and then get stuck in. Let us know how you do. This is going to be a super fun one. I see a lot of people racking up the broomsticks in their closets. So happy days. See you on Monday.
See you Monday.
Peace.